The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I'll say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Hakimi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's tidy.
Now then, clash of the egos.
And this is Batistuta. And the ball's got a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Chiesa with the short one. Costa Curta. Chiesa going face-to-face with his great rival. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Here comes the... Oh, what a climb! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Now it's Chiesa. He has found the way through. This interception, his positioning was spot on. And he's made sure that's not getting through. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
And it's Cruyff. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Nicely weighted ball. Chiesa receives it in a wide position. And he was quick to react. Pinches it off him. Now that's well seen too. Rijkaard couldn't squeeze it through. He's a sharp little ball here. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Chiesa has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Kante calmly anticipates. Chiesa. Scholes. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Costa Curta. Nice sequence of passes this. He is just caressing the ball. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Strokes it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go with that.
And a chance! It's hit the upright. Oh, there's a probing ball. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And it's Szoboszlai. Cruyff. Howson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Batistuta. Out towards the flank. Costa Curta. Xabi Alonso. He shifted it to the flank. Pull it. Now it's Pelé. Conte. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Xabi Alonso played out to the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Szoboszlai. And he's whipped it across. Cleared away. Chiesa. Ball played for Conte. And it's Batistuta. Chiesa. And it's Conte. And this is Batistuta. And that is expertly dealt. And the finish! Cruyff. And the counter is on. And it's made its way to him. He's picked his way through. Oh, look at the space here. Beckenbauer clears. And it's half-time here. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Chiesa picks it up out wide. Chiesa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Chiesa goes short. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Chiesa looking to play it into the box.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
And he's there to clear it. Bullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. That's a shade optimistic. Bayer is there to clear. Vieira. Scholes. Now it's Yamal. That's Chiesa. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. That is Conte. That's a lovely, neat pass. Szoboszlai. Marquez. Spread it left. That has been cut short. Looking for the run. Oh, this is a... Pele! He's done very well to get to that.
Pele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Passing is crisp and sharp.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Beckenbauer clears it away. Has a look and plays it forward. And this is Pele. Chance for a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. And that has been clubbed away. Pull it. Now that looks a decent ball. Pele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rijkaard does well to get it back. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That pass isn't the best. Scholes is the team's great visionary. He's through and all alone! Great chance! They've scored! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And here's Hullet. And that has put paid to that.
Lampoon Warriors really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
It's goals! He should have put that one away.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And it's Vieira. No, it's come to nothing. Out to the right. And this is Pele. Engages and forces him off the ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Scholes! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Substitution.
Time for a change in personnel. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pass is just off target.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
I think we're just about done here. Bellingham. Conte. Rijkaard.
There will be 3 minutes.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Pele plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Can he get it through? Beckham cuts it out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Look, there has to be more urgency here.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Conte taking in the accolades. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
There's the golden nugget, that is Paul Scholes, one of the game's unsung heroes.
And nothing seems to change him. All that adulation, he's the same bloke.
Agreed, but on a world level, he ought to have higher status. But he's never been one for hugging the limelight. He just loves being the quiet assassin.
He's in a great position here. Can he latch on to this? He rises! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way. That is good alertness. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Face to face with the keeper. Chiesa! He scored! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Arsenal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, well measured. Chiesa! Chiesa will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Azar. And this is Inzaghi. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Rijkaard. Now it's Batistuta. Albert Ferrer. And it's Messi. And he's intervened well there. Costa Curta. Ball played for Conte. Now it's Scholes. Chiesa has it out wide and in space. Chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Now it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Azar. Tries to pass it through, and it's made its way to him. Roberto Carlos, and he's managed to get free. And that should get the job done. Yamal. He's in space and looking for options. And here's Son Heung-min. Nice sequence of passes, this. It's Inzaghi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He was under real pressure there. He has found the way through. Scholes. Conte. Oh, nicely intercepted. Messi. Now it's Son Heung-min. Howson gets over and intercepts. Yamal getting on for a third of the way through the game. And this is Scholes. Batistuta gets through on his own. Timber did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Chiesa. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He's shifting through the gears here. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
They've played it short. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Eze is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Driving on and making good progress. Timber, he's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And this is Son Heung-min. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Yamal. Roberto Carlos does well to get it back. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Conte. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, what a decent chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Scholes deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Conte. Now it's Inzaghi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Madrid, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we are already promptly back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Now it's Inzaghi. He's looking wide. And this is Messi. Crosses in. Oh, what a climb! Cleared without complication. This looks promising. Taken back almost at once. And a chance! Conte. That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Son Heung-min. No way through there. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Chiesa. And here's Son Heung-min. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that pass isn't the best. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Yamal. Almost an hour
The
gone.
attendance for this match was 61,000.
Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Chiesa. Batistuta. Batistuta! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Son Heung-min. Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Messi. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Batistuta might just make this. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Yamal! No mistake! And this is getting better and better.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Substitutions taking place.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Now, can they get him away? Played out to the right. Conte. Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Bellingham. Yamal. Batistuta. Shot a goal!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And this is Inzaghi. Foot in. Now it's Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Can he get on the end of this? He's There's a sharp little ball here. Not the most accurate pass. Shot, it's Inzaghi! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Roberto Carlos with the short one. Deftly away. Conte. And now a sudden chance to counter. Albert Ferrer cuts it out, and it's Son Heung-min. Now that looks a decent ball. And he shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Yamal given the lift of his goal, and he's quick to snatch it back. Conte. Serginho. Great ball, and he's in here. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Roberto Carlos. Eze threads one in. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And there goes the final whistle. Madrid can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to following this splendid display. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The Dutch capital is rocking. It always has. It did in the days when the great man after whom this arena is named took to the field, and it still does here and now. The faithful expect, and the team must deliver. And already we're underway here. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Now it's Scholes. Chiesa. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you can see his annoyance.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Rijkaard, nicely aimed pass. Now this could... Batistuta! Batistuta! Glorious!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Chiesa did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now then, the ball's come loose. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And this is Bale, and the finish! That's going to go a long way. And he's intervened well there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Ajax clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Scholes. And this is Batistuta. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Benatia is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, spread it left. Now it's Hazard. Hazard with the delivery. Cleared away. Madrid leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Now it's Batistuta. Now, can they get him away?
Whatever happens, that's the...
And Batistuta! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. Yamal. And it's Conte. Yamal. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage...
Great chance! They've done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
After 31 minutes is number 19, Gabriel Batistuta.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chiesa receives it in a wide position. And here's Chiesa. Chiesa showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Chiesa. It's a pretty loose pass. Bellingham, over to the left. He is through here. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Madrid looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Always onto this. And he's managed to get free. Chance! Ambitious, but just off target.
Actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Knocks it into space. Can he latch on to this? Scholes. Adriano. Bale. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And another try! Conte. Tries to play it through.
Minutes has been
But it's
indicated.
Batistuta. Succumbs to the pressure. Rijkaard. Bastoni cuts it out. Well read, nice interception. And that'll be the final action of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at
Please
half-time
join
will
me
be
in
pretty
wishing
simple,
all the
Peter.
best for
He's going
members
to want
of
them
our
to
fan
play
club
at a higher
celebrating their
tempo,
wedding anniversary
press
today.
more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Madrid are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Played into space. Corner. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Yamal! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Gerrard. Great defending, strong and determined. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Yamal. Yamal has been caught there, it's a foul. Oh, and a chance! It's in! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
After 51 minutes is...
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Yamal. Scholes. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, how's that for a goal? About as smooth as it gets.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Ajax get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And this is Batistuta!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Gerrard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Batistuta. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bale defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Hakimi. Rijkaard. Scholes. And it's Batistuta. Conte, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Substitution for Ajax, number 6, Xabi Alonso. Coming on to replace him
Batistuta.
is number 4, Rijkaard.
Scholes is the team's great visionary. Scholes. Oh, he's bustling through here. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Batistuta. Nicely weighted ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Chiesa! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Chiesa clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Rijkaard. Looking for options for move. Shot a goal! And that would have won it.
Batistuta has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
Substitution for Ajax, number 17.
Corner number 2 then.
Coming on the field is number 20, Yamal. Substitution.
Beckham plays it short. And he's in on goal.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They won and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He won't be happy with that one. And it's Beckham. And this is Batistuta. Bellingham gets into some space. Bellingham. Adriano. He has found the way through. Beckham. And it's Conte. Rijkaard. Couldn't squeeze it through. Beckham. It's Bellingham. Rijkaard. Batistuta. He's being urged to shoot.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Substitution for Ajax, number 19, Bellingham. Coming on to replace him is number 14, Rui Costa.
Howson. Madrid clearly now in lead preservation mode. Now it's Bellingham, and he's picked it up out wide. It's played through for him. Oh, just skips past his man. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Flings in across.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
That's the keeper's ball. Rui Costa. He's a sharp little ball here. 5 minutes to add. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Martinez. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And there's the shot! Good strike, quite an alarm. And that is as far as it goes. Madrid have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. Any reflection?
They set the right tone. Once they went ahead.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations.
Batistuta! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
And here's Batistuta. The less said about that pass, the better. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Bellingham, and that could set him on his way. And the flag, and a chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Madrid finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Batistuta. Bellingham.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Pullet has it in a wide position. Backward it goes. Scholes. Conte. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Pass is just off target. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now that's well seen too. Oh, super find. Beckenbauer is there, and he can get that clear. And he's gone backward here. Goes down, but nothing given. Yamal. Araujo. Played out wide. Costa Curta. Conte. Yamal. Pinches it off him. Araujo. Rodri. And it's Bellingham. He's looking wide. That's Vieira. And it's Thuram. Lahm. And he's being shifted off it. That's Thuram. Pass somewhat off target. Getting on for a third of the way through the game.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Haaland. Rodri. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. And that's put paid to a promising move. Vieira. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Bellingham. Howson. Scholes is always scanning the pitch for targets. Hakimi. Scholes. Madrid finding their passes. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Haaland. Bellingham is onto this. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And it's Rodri. He's a sharp little ball here.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ball's gone out of play. Now it's Hullet. Nice sequence of passes, this. Quick look. It's a mighty effort! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
No way through there. Lahm. Rodri. Well, we've seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense. Rijkaard. And it's made its way to him. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que pueden disfrutar de la transmisión en directo de este partido en la emisora de radio.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, good take in a good area. Looking tidy in possession. It scores! Oh, taken with style. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Beckenbauer. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, that looks a decent ball. Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Conte is offering a right smile there.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Chiesa goes short. Oh, important interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Now it's Haaland. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Costa Curta gets rid without sophistication. And it's Bellingham.
Well, I'm hoping for a nice open second half now. It's there to be won.
Rijkaard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Tries to pass it through. Will play through for the wide man. And he's taking no chances there. Chiesa. And it's Batistuta. Tries to play it through. Oh, it's ended up in no man's land. And he was quick to react. Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos. Batistuta.
This is the time you need that pace.
Played into space. Chiesa providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Scholes. And this is Batistuta. Ferdinand defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Hakimi, just about up to 75 minutes. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Ferdinand pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Great vision.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Hullet, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Hullet. That is good alertness. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Bellingham. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
El dorsal 8. El dorsal 7. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 22. El dorsal 23. Beckham. El dorsal 13.
And it's dealt with by the outrushing keeper. Madrid have it back and can go again. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Araujo. Looking for options for movement.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
That's a good ball out wide. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Passing is crisp and sharp. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Conte. And that's it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance.
Yamal! And the ball's come loose here.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And this is Lewandowski. He's found a way through. Oh, such a clever touch. Great chance!
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he was quick to react. Well, that is one way to stop him. Costa Curta. That's Chiesa. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. And he's forced to go back. Yamal. Rice. Guardiola. And this is Scholes. Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Chiesa. So it is still 0-0. And smartly reclaimed. Chance! Goal! The breakthrough strike! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Xabi Alonso. Now, can they get him away? Rice is in a really good position out wide. Not the most accurate pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Rudiger does really well to win the ball there. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Now it's Batistuta. Can he get on the end of this? And the through ball. A lot of space ahead. Yamal! It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Chiesa finds himself offside. Costa Curta. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. It's goals! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Costa Curta. And it's Guardiola. Chiesa is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Well read, nice interception. Rijkaard did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. All the way back. And that is a little undercooked. Madrid looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Guardiola. And here's Yamal. Now it's Chiesa. And this takes a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Played towards the front line. Hakimi. Xavi Simons quietly revving up. Raul. And it's Simons. Rijkaard. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And he's picked it up out wide. And he whips, climbs up. Oh, it rattles the bar. Zanetti. And it's Guardiola.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Zanetti. He has a look up. Zanetti. There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Madrid are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And this is Lewandowski. Xabi Alonso. Now Hausen. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Beckenbauer. Hausen. Yamal. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Costa Curta. Well, that pass isn't the best. Xabi Alonso. And it's Rijkaard. And João Palhinha. Now it's Raul. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That's good play. And it's Rijkaard. Well seen, saw that coming. Looking to play him in. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Team still separated by the game's only goal. And here's Chiesa. Chiesa touches it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Played out to the left flank. Chiesa. Driving on and making good progress. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Pass somewhat off target. And that is as far as they're going to go. Well read. And the danger is averted. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Opts for safety.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Raul proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Hakimi. That's very neat. Simons. And it's Xabi Alonso. João Palhinha. And he's worked it through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Zanetti. Yamal. Now it's Scholes. Rijkaard. Now it's Raul. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Raul. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. And it's João Palhinha. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Scholes. Madrid leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Now it's Scholes. Now it's Batistuta. Scholes. Costa Curta. Howson. Costa Curta. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Scholes.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Simons. Madrid close now to seeing this one through. That's at the end. Madrid have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Scholes claiming the man of the